Happy Monday. In today's video, we are catching up with everything Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. So I'm hoping you can join me today for this one. So with that all being said, what is up guys? Jen here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you being here. If you want to support the channel, please consider hitting that like button. It helps out more than you know. And if you want to stick around for some more Final Fantasy VII Remake content, you're already in the right place. Just hit that subscribe button. Now there is a lot to go over today and we will be pulling from some sources. I'll leave links to those down below if you want to read it for yourself. But it's been a great weekend for Final Fantasy VII Remake and its trilogy. Just touching on Final Fantasy VII Remake for a moment, it seems to be doing absolutely fantastic on the Switch 2. Not too sure about the Xbox at the moment, but across the board for the Nintendo Switch 2, it's sold out physically across most stores. It's #1 on the eShop. It's what I love to see as a fan of the trilogy, and I'm hoping more people are getting into it. I'm hoping more people are refreshing their mind as we journey towards that third and final part, and that is the subject of today's video. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Hopefully very soon I can change the titles of my YouTube videos to say the actual title, because Hamaguchi has confirmed that it has been decided, it has been locked in, they have the name. As you may be aware, last year during Paris Games Week, during an interview, he said that he and Tetsuya Nomura had narrowed it down to 2 titles. He then confirms in this interview that after returning from Paris Games Week, that Tetsuya Nomura has picked one of those 2 titles and it is locked in. So I've got to ask you the question, folks. What do you think this title is, and when do you think we'll see it revealed? Now, if I was to throw my guess into the hat, those that have been watching my videos know that I'm an avid return kind of guy. That's what I think it's going to be. It makes the most sense to me. It might not make the most sense to you. And also, when it comes to when I actually think the title will drop, I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be the Game Awards of last year. Now, I think that the marketing cycle for Part 3 has already begun. We just don't know it yet. With Remake coming to Switch 2 and Xbox and Rebirth coming to Switch 2 and Xbox later this year, I think it would make sense to keep the momentum going in the middle of the year. And the middle of the year is the summer. So my guess as of right now would be around the Summer Games Fest period. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Not only that, it has been confirmed that it is in a playable state and that they are spending time polishing this bad boy up for whenever its release may be. And that is fantastic news to hear. We knew that development was going to be a lot quicker, as they more than likely will be using a lot of the skeleton from Rebirth and reusing a lot of assets from even Remake and just everything that they've done so far. And that is just great for the development. They're continuing on with Unreal Engine 4, even though the option for 5 is there. They've managed to fine tune Unreal Engine 4 to what they need it to be for this trilogy. So sticking with it is all good with me. Interested to know your thoughts on that one. But the news just does not stop there, because we got a couple of small juicy details about some of the bigger mini games coming to Remake Part 3. But before we dive into that, we all love video games, but these days video games are just way too expensive, and that's where instant gaming comes in, because you can get the upcoming Dragon Quest VII Reimagined Deluxe Edition that gives you 48 hours early access, is currently on Steam for $75. On Instant Gaming, it's $67. Then we have Tales of Vesperia, which is $49.99 on Steam. It is at an insane price on Instant Gaming for $4.73. Or maybe you want Game of the Year 2025, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, currently on Steam for $49.99. On Instant Gaming, you can witness greatness for just $29.33. This is just a small example of the savings you'll be getting from Instant Gaming, so be sure to use my links in the description and in the pinned comment. Not only only will you be supporting the channel, but you'll be saving yourself a lot of money. So thanks to Instant Gaming, happy shopping, and let's talk about some more Part 3 goodness. And the goodness we're going to start off with is Queen's Blood. I absolutely love Queen's Blood. I think it may rank #1 for the best mini game within a video game, topping what was my #1 for the longest time, Triple Triad. Now, Hamaguchi acknowledges that it's very popular and very beloved, and he knows that we want more. And Hamaguchi has said that he wants to expand on it. He wants to enhance it. He wants it to give you a more powered up version of it when we see the third installment. What does that mean? I think at ground level, it means more cards, more things to do with the cards, maybe more boards, more stipulations, add a few elements on there, have a few panels, do certain things if you place a card on a panel, you know, expand the base game. And that would be great, and I would love that. I would love the strategy that will be involved with that, all the little challenge boards that you had at Costa del Sol and the Gold Saucer. I can see that even getting more intense and more puzzling. But what I want and what I hope is to have it a bit more free. And what do I mean, have Queen's Blood more free? Well, in Rebirth, the way Queen's Blood worked is you know who exactly to challenge because they were marked on the map, and they were all guiding up to that overall story of Queen's Blood. And that's great. I just want more. I want to be able to talk to any NPC, much like Final Fantasy VIII. I want to press square while we are under threat of Meteor and just ask someone if they want to play a game of cards. I don't care who it is, but they might be carrying a rare card. I want to have cards that I know that are going to be harder to get or will be harder to spawn. Give me that excitement. Get me to grind a little bit. Let me be on the high wind, right? We're in the high wind, we're flying the skies. And I'm walking around and I'm thinking, you know what? I do want to play some cards. And I go talk to Sid and I'm thinking, will Sid want to play cards with me? And he does. And I'm thinking, fantastic, this is great. He's not marked on the map or anything, but we are playing some Queen's Blood. He's busted out his board and he's busted out his deck. And a part of that deck is a shiny high wind card with the great ability, but not only that, it is a rare card that I can only get from Sid. And I've already played him 3 times and he didn't use it. He's used it this time. So I've got the ability to win it off him, because buying cards from shops is great. Being able to get cards from doing challenge boards is great. But I like the hidden nuggets. I like trying to find the NPCs that have that card that I don't know about and just asking everyone with the chance that they might have something rare. Send me on a wild ride of just sometimes wasting time trying to find a card, but being rewarded when I finally play against someone like Chocobo Billy and he's busted out the gold Chocobo card or something like that. I want that. I want it free. I want to not be guided on how to get my full collection. Just give me a great mini game within my great video game and I'll be happy. What would you like to see from Queen's Blood? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, the minigames that Hamaguchi spoke about does not end there. He has spoken about a minigame that is woven into the main story to a certain degree, and that, of course, is snowboarding. We know it was coming. It was confirmed in Rebirth, with it having a place in the Gold Saucer saying that it was coming soon. It is obvious that will become available to us once we have actually snowboarded in the main scenario. And Hamaguchi didn't go into too much detail, but he told us that it's not going to be just a simple snowboarding minigame. He wanted to make sure it was incorporated into the story and to have that sort of connection with the theming of it. So what does this actually mean? Well, it's really hard to decipher, but we can have a few guesses. It's obvious that we're going to go down the Great Glacier on a snowboard to a certain degree, but is it going to be as simple cut as the OG? I don't think it will be. I think there will definitely be some story elements tied to it. Maybe we get split up, maybe we do different paths. Maybe the Great Glacier is just a lot of mountains with a lot of cable cars or something like that. Maybe not cable cars, because having a cable car go up to the North Crater would be quite weird, but the North Crater could also be a tourist photo resort. We don't know, but let's assume that there isn't cable cars. There's only a couple near Icicle Inn and the Great Glacier. I would like to be able to go downhill on a snowboard, get used to the mechanics, do a few tricks, Maybe there's not a point system implemented just yet. Going down with Red would be funny. Maybe he would be on a sleigh. Maybe he's pulling a sleigh. Maybe he is pulling a sleigh with Barrett inside. I don't know. Maybe there's an avalanche woven into the story here, and that's how the team gets split up. But regardless, it gives us the beginnings of the minigame because it's now open in the Gold Saucer. How would that work? Well, let me play as any character. Playing as Red 13 would be great. Playing as Kate Sith would be fantastic. Playing as Vincent on a snowboard, well, give it to me. Just give it to me. Give me those alternate outfits. Give me custom snowboards. Maybe I can pick up some decals from various shops. Maybe I can find various decals across the world. Give me a point system. Make it into SSX tricky. Maybe not quite SSX tricky, but maybe something like something I used to love back on the PlayStation. A bit of cool borders. Give me various routes. Give me maybe just a trick mode to try and get as many points as I can, as opposed to getting down as fast as I can. Bring back the balloons that are randomly there, the Moogle snowmen that you crash into and waste so much time. Just going into a forest with an insane amount of trees that you're most definitely going to hit. Give me all of that. Let me have fun with it. Heck, they'll probably tie a trophy behind snowboarding to some degree. Let me know what you would like from snowboarding or what you can envision snowboarding to be, whether it's the story section or when it comes to actually playing the minigame within the Gold Saucer. And that leads us to the end. Now, I love stuff like this, the little nuggets that we get here and there to talk about as we are on this road to Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Really hoping I don't have to keep saying that, and I'm hoping that changes soon. What do you think? How's your hype level? What are you looking forward to? What do you think the title's going to be? All of the above. Just let me know, because it's things that I love to read. And this is, as bittersweet as it might be, the last time we could be talking about something like this as we head towards Part 3 of the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to visit Instant Gaming. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.